So Josh and I are going to do something a little bit different once again this week. We are each going to do our own segment. Josh is going to give a little bit of a reaction to UFC 264 from the technical aspects of it, what's next for the winners of the fights and the losers of those fights. And I am going to read an essay that is sort of a response to UFC 264 in some ways, but really something that Josh and I have talked about in the shadows without really bringing it to air. All of this essay is my own opinion and not necessarily anything that Josh has said or even agrees with. So, with that, I'll go ahead and shut off the feed here and read the essay. Conor McGregor is not done. You might have thought he was when you saw him hit the mat with that broken leg. Khabib might be saying he should be. And he may never compete for another championship. But just like the Diaz brothers, his value as an entertainer far outstrips his talent and technical ability as a fighter. Yet, he's still underpaid. And I say that as someone who holds no particular love for his public persona lately, and how lazy he's gotten with his once legendary trash talk. Even Joe Rogan had had enough and got up from that hilarious sitting down interview that he was doing. But the larger point is that Conor's wealth and power come partially from the massive crowds and pay-per-views he draws, but largely they come from his own self-promotion, his own branding, and the aforementioned trash talk. Conor, Dustin Poirier, and the other fighters in the UFC, and not just those at the top, where you hear John Jones and Jorge Masvidal complaining about it, they're all underpaid compared to any professional sport in the United States. The UFC keeps it close to the vest financially. Dana White, with all his power as dictator of the sport, will never discuss UFC finances publicly. But there are people who do dig around, people like Ariel Helwani, who you will notice was quietly let go at the end of his ESPN contract after an offer that insulted someone of his talent level. People like Dan Levitard, on whose show Dana made several appearances. That is, until Dan asked about fighter pay. Notice a pattern. If reports from Helwani and the like are to be believed, and they should, the man is a fantastic journalist, UFC fighters receive 15, maybe 18% of the revenue. Compare that to football, basketball, hockey, where players make close to 50%. The people aren't there to see Dana White having Ariel Helwani escorted out by security and unable to do his job. They're there to see the fighters. These fighters deserve fair pay. They're real people, interesting people, who put their health on the line for our entertainment. So next time you're bumping around on social media, talking about Nate Diaz versus Robbie Lawler, and that has been bull that they announced earlier this week, maybe fire off a tweet or two with a fraction of that passion on behalf of raising fighter pay. If you love the sport, you know they deserve it.